Hey people, welcome to the channel, and let's talk about what the media wants us to believe is some historic peace deal. Is it really? What is it being said all over the world? What is it that you should expect? Let's talk about that. Guys, as always, if you want to learn more about preparedness, survival, learn how to analyze reality for what it is, and therefore have the tools to prepare accordingly, the channel is full of information. I always recommend my books, Street Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse, which you have in the links there below in Amazon. So when I want to have objective news, I always check Fox News. No, of course I don't. But anyway, this is what's being said in Fox News. Biden is trying to steal the peace deal that doesn't even exist. Anyway, CNN somewhat on the same line. Next step for Israel and Gaza, unclear. After hostage and detain. It's not clear already. Less than 24 hours later, it's not clear anymore. Okay, that's interesting. UK, well, they're ashamed of their prime minister, as they should be. But what is it that's really... 5 Palestinians killed by Israel forces in Gaza despite the ceasefire. That doesn't sound like much of a ceasefire, you know. People, and keep in mind, this isn't like, oh, they were being killed in fights. This is like the trench warfare in Ukraine. No. This is no trench warfare. This is a completely destroyed strip of land, a place where no one can live anymore. It's all rubble, and people living in the rubble, they're still getting shot by the IDF, by Israel. That's what's happening right now. And they're already talking about Hamas back and doing business and whatnot. And it's always the same bullshit. It's just more posturing, more fake news, more lies. There's not going to be any kind of peace deal because the intention is to have no peace whatsoever, but to eliminate these people while at the same time making the international community think, oh, no, we're trying to do this, but it's so difficult. Okay. The reality is this, guys.
What do you think their overall strategy is? They eventually want to just take over all of Palestine.
I think we should believe the Israelis when they tell us.
We should believe the Israelis. We should believe Benjamin Netanyahu, even though that's not his real name. We should believe when they say what they want to do. When they show you a map of what they expect to achieve, we should believe that that's exactly what they want to do.
That they believe in greater Israel, which includes the West Bank, the Gaza Strip, the southern quarter of Lebanon, a strip in southwestern Syria, and I mean the map that Netanyahu had at the UN the other day included the Sinai Peninsula, for heaven's sake. I'm very worried that the Israelis are going to attack Iran again. Yeah, I'm worried that the Israelis aren't going to.
They're smart though. They started it. They already did it, an attack, and then they wait a little bit longer. Now Iran is not starving children in Gaza. They are capable of putting quite a bit of hurt, and they've done that. So it's not going to be as easy. It's not going to be as easy, especially if you don't send Americans to die in Iran, which is what they've always wanted to do. Not a single Israeli soldier ever died protecting any American interests. Never. Even the military base in Israel is not a real American military base. It's an Israeli American base manned by Americans. That's really what it is. Because officially, there's no U.S. military base in your greatest ally in the Middle East. How ironic is that? It's incredible. It's incredible that a tiny little weak country actually owns the United States. Amazing. There is hope, though, because people are slowly realizing this. People are not afraid to talk about this openly anymore. People are seeing it for what it is. And the hope is Israel cannot do this without the United States. And I feel that the American people are slowly waking up. Yeah, after all of the slumber party and all of the bullshit and all of the lobbying, but Americans are waking up to this.
Respect the deal that appears to be in process in Gaza or the West Bank. I mean, we're not talking about the West Bank,
right?
Where just 2 weeks ago a Christian village ceased to exist because settlers from New Jersey took all their houses.
Do you think
settlers from New Jersey? Yeah, they're going back to their original homeland. It was promised to them by God. That's why you have to just let them slaughter you and take over your houses and your villages. It's insane. The money, the lobbying, it's not going to be enough. people are seeing it.